Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Mount & Blade Warband 1860s Old America. So, if I recall correctly, we've improved relations with our love interest's brother enough for him to give us permission to court her. However, I don't believe we have good enough relations, as it stands right now, for him to accept any marriage that would be between me and his sister. So, I would want to improve relations with him. However, it appears he does not currently have any missions for us, and so that shall not be the case. But we can go and see her anytime we want now. So that helps a little bit, although she will definitely be spamming us still with letters saying, "Oh, you should come and visit. It's been a week." So, yes. In this part, I've got no idea what we're going to do. We will probably just go and try and find bandits and whatnot to kill. Let's go and get back to our ship. And I guess we can check and see if maybe there's a fort in or on the Yucatan Peninsula. It's lightly defended. Again, I don't think there is. But we can check. Just for the hell of it. Maybe there is. Maybe taking one fort. We don't even maybe necessarily need to hold it for all that long. It just needs to be taken long enough for a peace to hopefully be signed, so that hopefully whoever the hell it is in charge of this faction again, I don't remember. Hannibal Hamlin, that hopefully Hannibal Hamlin would decide, you know what, now we can declare war on the Plains Indians because we are at peace now with Maximilian. Do I expect that to happen? Probably not, but considering the Mexican Republic was able to make peace with Maximilian, it should be possible for us to also make peace with Maximilian. It just might require a little bit of work. Now, realistically speaking, I probably should have called Caleb Smith and told him to follow me, but oh well. I don't even know if he'd be allowed on my ship. Probably not. So he'd probably lose track of me. Unless I were to run all the way around. Yes, I wish to embark on our ship. I would also love it if you didn't just go for the straight path. Oh, is the ship gonna get stuck because of terrible path? I get the... Okay. God damn it! Okay, the ship is indeed going to get stuck because of terrible pathfinding. Why am I not surprised? Let's head to New Orleans. Maybe we can buy a new ship. Should despawn that ship then, in theory, if we can buy a new ship. That is a large group of village farmers. 72 people. Yeah, honestly, I'm not surprised that the ship got stuck. The mod seems to just have general pathfinding problems completely, or in of itself, so doesn't surprise me in the least. So New Orleans, I hope you got a ship for me. Because I don't really feel like running around. There we go. Yes, I'd like to buy... You have got to be shitting me. Oh my god. Oh, we can't even dock. I can't even get off the ship. Okay. Okay. Quit without saving. Load. We're not going there to buy a ship because apparently it'll spawn you in the frickin' lake that's right next door that shouldn't even be there. We're just gonna have to run all the way down. You know what? In fact, game, I'm just gonna tell you, just run to Puebla, and I'm just going to sit here and watch you run around. And in fact, I am probably going to stop recording while we run down there and then start up again once we get down there. Because, quite frankly, it's going to be a pretty long run. Nothing interesting is going to happen. So, yeah. And this time I'll make sure I don't go and drive my ship or send my ship up the Mississippi, because apparently it'll get stuck. Because of pathfinding. Bad pathfinding. So, yes, you know what? I am going to go ahead and... Oh, the Village of Springfield, whatever. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop recording here for a moment. And I will see you guys once we get back down to the Yucatan. But until then, one moment for you guys, for me a couple of minutes. Okay, so I'm starting this up a little bit earlier. So I ran into Montgomery Blair here and told him, well, I originally told him to follow me, but he said, hell no, that's hardly proper. So he's not following me, but I told him to go and attack Fort... damn it, game, really? This fort over here, Fort Sonsonate, or however it's pronounced. Told him it'll be easy, and he's like, well, if you say so, I guess I value your advice, and I'll go and take that fort. So yeah, I'm sending him down there. I'm gonna help him. Hopefully things go well. I am going to beat him there, which is great, because then I can be the sort of siege leader, for lack of a better way to describe it, which will hopefully make it a little bit easier to take it, because if I get there first, I get to decide when we attack, and obviously I'll wait until he's in the area, close enough to where the game should consider him to be able to help us. Should. In theory, at least. But again, he's not following us, so I don't know. Realistically speaking, I could just wait until he decides to actually attack the fort. That is an option as well. But I don't think I'll go with that option. But we'll see. It just depends on what kind of enemies I run into in the area around the fort, and whether or not I can stand to hang around there waiting for him to finally decide to actually attack. So, yeah. We're still going to go into Puebla. And hopefully Puebla will actually sell a revolver now, because like I said, I kind of want to have a revolver. I got 2 rifles. I don't really need 2 rifles. Well, 10, I've got a rifle and a carbine. No, actually, yeah, it is 2 rifles. I forgot I swapped out one of them. So Marketplace Arms, do you have a revolver? No, because apparently revolvers are outlawed everywhere. Wow, that's a fairly large army. They probably don't go anywhere, for the most part, because it takes them forever to get anywhere. But I don't know, I could be wrong. So we're going to go ahead and check out... I mean, how far away is he? Did he get sidetracked or decide to completely abandon me now? I don't know. I don't see him. I'll come shortly. Jesus. I swear, it's every week. There's a letter from her saying, oh, it's been a week, you gotta come and visit. Yeah, it's been a week. Ain't that big of a deal. Besides, the country's in the middle of a war right now. Kinda want to get it over with. At the very least, hopefully taking Fort Sonsonate will cause Maximilian to be willing to come to the table so that we can hopefully get a peace treaty for a month, give or take, whatever it is, something like a month. And then hopefully Hannibal Hamlin will decide to declare war on the Plains Indians afterwards. I get the feeling the guy got sidetracked or decided to completely abandon me. Decided, you know what? No, I'm not going to attack. Oh, okay. No, you don't see me. You do not see me at all. And of course, Fort Sonsonate is just outside the borders of the map, so I am not actually able to... Oh, 130 people defending? Yeah, we could take that. I just need the other dude to show up. He had 118 or something like that. I've got 79. Yeah, I think we can take that. But like I said, I need him to show up. And I get the feeling he's not going to be showing up. Oh, no, 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 run away. Run away, I'm not fighting you. You outnumber me. Only barely, but you outnumber me. They're holding a feast in Louisville. Again. Because that's all they ever do. Despite the fact that we are in the middle of a war, they say, oh, you know, we don't really have to. Let's not fight it. Aha. No, no, that's not our guy. Our guy was 100+ men. That's only 80. So, okay. I guess we'll just go to Tuxtla, or however the hell it's pronounced, and burn it to the ground, because we have literally nothing better to do here. No, it's already being raided by bandits. Never mind. Let's go to Villa Hermosa, or Hermosa, however it's pronounced. And maybe this one we can burn to the ground. No, it's also being attacked by bandits. Why am I not surprised? So I'm just gonna have to keep an eye out. That should eventually say it's under siege if the dude does indeed show up. Let's go and check out Ceiba Playa, or however the hell it's pronounced. And maybe this one can get burnt to the ground. Oh, hey, this one can. Let's go ahead, loot and burn the village, plunder it. No, 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 no! Oh! Damn it! Pull back. Yes, go on. Sacrifice the men. We'll live. Screw you, Colonel Don Juan. Or Don Juan. Yeah, Don... Oh, okay, and Don Juan called for some friends. Well, I'm not surprised. Okay. Well, one, I think I ran in the wrong direction. I probably should have ran to Cancun. So let's just go and run to Cancun. What's-his-face clearly isn't showing up, so, yep. Oh, this is going to be annoying. Because we can't end this war unless our guys decide to, oh, you know, actually attack. But my army's not large enough to fight down here. Especially all on my own. So, yeah. I think we're just gonna head back up north and try and continue to piss off the Plains Indians, because apparently they're not pissed off enough to attack us. Yeah, that definitely looks like it's not actually being attacked. So off we go to Cancun, which won't spawn the boat in a lake. Luckily. Clearly buying the boat in St. Louis is a noob trap, so don't do that if you guys decide to play this mod. Also, you say there's 79 men on the map, but I see 75 when I hover over them, game. Something's clearly wrong there. Which one's right? The number that you're showing on the map, or the number you show when I hover over them? Let's go and buy a boat. Let's sail on right over there. Game, I said let's sail up over there. Don't think you heard me. Game was having some problems there, clearly. And we'll go ahead and visit What's-Her-Face. Tell her, yes, we're still courting her. Maybe take part in a showdown. I don't know. Probably not. Can I not dock there? God damn it, game. Seriously. It's so damn finicky. Oh my god. Really? Am I gonna have to get off over here? Because for some stupid reason, the game won't let me actually disembark wherever I want, right along the coastline over there. I'm seriously gonna have to go over here. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm not gonna be allowed. Okay, so Plains Indians have suffered loss of face, and it did not despawn. God, game! Let me disembark, damn it! Oh my god! Yes. Fuck it. We're just gonna teleport. Because for some stupid reason, the game's not going to let me disembark now. It had no problems letting me disembark there last time. But this time it says, no, no, you're not allowed to disembark there. So we're just going to have to remember to teleport our boat back into the ocean. Which will say that we use some tools to drag it out of the river, and then we'll drag it back into the river once we're done. Realistically speaking, probably not the best idea. Oh, and Joseph E. Johnson has decided to betray the Confederacy and proceed to join the Mexican Republic. Why? I don't know. I really don't. I mean, that was probably not the best deal that he could have made, but it's the deal he decided to make. Although, I guess the Confederacy hasn't been doing too great. They haven't managed to push out up in this region at all. In fact, they've lost some land. So, yep, okay, just go up to Louisville, do the couple of things we need to do up there. The federal government and the Plains Indians have made peace. We're going to go and piss off the Plains Indians again, if possible at least. We may not actually be able to. Let's go to Bowling Green, see if we can recruit some troops, because I do need to refill some of my troops. Because I did sacrifice some of them. So that we wouldn't lose all of our men. There we go, man. Managed to do it all in one go. It's wonderful. I mean, I guess we could also attack the Confederacy. That's also a very valid option to attack. Did I remember the place that we're attacking wrong? Could have sworn it was, or excuse me, not attacking, but holding the feast in. I'm pretty sure it was Louisville. Maybe it was St. Louis. Do you like poetry? I don't actually have any other poems to teach you. Do we have a future together? You say no, not yet. That's fine. Marketplace. You guys still don't sell revolvers. Because, again, revolvers are apparently outlawed. That's what the game's telling me, at least. Because no place seems to sell revolvers. And I know they're in the game because we've used them in the past when we've participated in showdowns. In fact, they're the only guns that we've used when we've participated in showdowns. It was adventurers, correct? And then volunteers. I believe it was. I don't actually remember right now. Let's go ahead and camp. Let our guy read his book, whatever book it is we're reading right now. Engineering, which I guess is fine because in theory we might end up not having BB Drax at all times, so it helps if we have a little bit of engineering skill of our own. Border incident. Word reaches you that local notables from Wilmington, a village claimed by the Confederacy, have been mistreated by their overlords from the U.S. federal government and petition Commander General R.E. Lee for protection. Though you don't know whether or not the rumors are true, you know the one thing. This seemingly minor incident has raised passions among the Confederacy, making it easier for them to go to war against the U.S. federal government if they want it. Okay. I don't think there's actually any places, though, that we can attack for the Plains Indians. I think they're all too well defended for our army alone to do it. Let's actually go back to Louisville. Let's go and talk to Caleb Smith. Ask him if he'll follow us. His additional... I think he only had like 80 men. He's not much more... He's not that much more powerful than us, realistically speaking. But that would still help to tip the balance in our favor. And hey, it's a little bit less of my men on the field. At least in theory. Oh no, he's only 65. Huh, that's worse than I thought. Oh well, let's go and talk to the people in here. Get as many of them to follow us as we can. So, Caleb Smith. May I suggest a course of action? Follow me. You say that would hardly be proper. Now that's a load of bull, and you know that. May I suggest a course of action? No, okay. How goes the war with Maximilian? Fort what? I don't recall them ever taking any of our stuff. You want to take Fort Dangriga? We've never owned that. You're making it sound like we have. You idiots. No, not you. You. Oh, you... Okay, well, screw you too, Carpenter. Sure, course of action? Of course not. What do you think the war is going on? Same thing. Yeah, God. Game, you are so retarded sometimes. Oh my God. We've never owned that fort. You're making it sound like we have. And in fact, they claim we have owned that fort. But I can confirm we have never owned that fort. How do I know? Because our land hasn't really changed. We still own more or less the same land that we've always owned, except for a couple of forts that I've taken from the Plains Indians. Outside of that, our borders haven't changed in the slightest. We've always owned this stuff, as far as I can recall, at least. But we've never owned anything down here. The game really gets on my nerves sometimes. I'm sure you guys have figured that out if you've watched 20, now 21 parts of this series. And it's not even so much an issue with the game, it's more an issue with the mod. Okay, yep, it's volunteers that we want. There are just aspects of the mod that the game doesn't seem to properly understand. It doesn't realize a war with Maximilian isn't going to go anywhere because nobody's going to do anything. I'm not strong enough to go and do anything about it. The AI could if they actually decided to work properly. But this is the AI we're talking about, so they're not going to actually work properly. So the only thing I can do is run around and kill bandits to hopefully level up enough and increase my renown or whatever it is that gives me renown. So yeah, so I need to level up so I can increase my leadership and charisma, which will give me a slight increase in men. I also need to win battles so I can earn renown, although also participating in, well, at least in the base game, participating in showdowns, or tournaments, excuse me, is what they're called in the base game, gets you access to renown. But yeah, so there's only so much I can do before I need the game to actually do its job. Because I can't do anything else at this point in the game. I really can't. Again, I can kill regular old bandits. That's going to take forever to level up, and it's not really going to do much, nor is it particularly interesting to watch, I would say. This is the one problem I have with Mount and Blade, especially when it comes to doing it as a series. It's one of the reasons why, realistically speaking, I would say you don't really see a lot of Mount and Blade Warband series. Because the game itself has problems, and especially mods seem to have some problem or another. And they're normally stupid problems because the game doesn't properly understand certain things. Basically, our main issue here is we can't end the one war that we are in, and because of that, the AI refuses to start another war. I can understand the AI refusing to start another war if it's already in one. But it doesn't realize that it's a war. The war that we are currently in has never actually fought. Aha! I still don't think we're going to end up in a war, though. I think the game's heard my complaining about it and said, okay, fine, we'll throw you a bone. But, again, I still don't actually expect the AI to declare the war. So, word reaches you that local notables from Small Village, a village claimed by the Plains Indians, have been mistreated by their overlords from the American settlers, and petition Lakota's Grand Chief Red Cloud for protection. Though you don't know whether or not the rumors are true, you do know one thing: this seemingly minor incident has raised passions among the Plains Indians, making it easier for them to go to war against the American settlers. If they want. Are they going to? Probably not. So, Small Village is, okay, this little thing owned by Hannibal Hamlin himself. Why am I not surprised that they're alleging that he has been mistreating the residents of the town? Or, excuse me, the village. The small village named Small Village. Because I guess just the mod creator couldn't be bothered to come up with a name for it, even if it's just some random name within the general geographic area. Now, I doubt us going over there is going to do anything. I'm just curious if there's anything special that happens from the player going to one of these villages that has that event pop up. No, figured as much. Let's go to Fort Bent. I don't think there's anything else we can build in Fort Bent. I think we already have all that stuff built. Manage the fort. Yep, we already have you fully upgraded. Now, again, like I said, I don't think the AI is actually going to declare this war, because that requires the AI to actually care enough to declare a war, which it doesn't. So, yeah. Mountain Militia, thank you. That'll speed us up a little bit over time, although it'll be a while because, well, Mountain Militia takes a while. It's 130 men, not gonna happen. I guess I can just go hunt for a caravan at this point, because there's really nothing else I can do to the Plains Indians. So, small party, I don't know what, or of what, like if it's a fairly large bandit party, or if it's a small party of Plains Indians. If it's a small party of Plains Indians, however, I would gladly attack it, especially if it's all alone. Although we are likely to lose a decent number of men, and in fact, I'd say that's probably it. So halt! You have bested, or you may have bested Cheney Chief Dullknife, but you cannot defeat us all. We'll fight to the end. Charge the enemy. We have a -2 battle advantage, but we will earn 24 renown if we win this, which, I mean, we should. But should and will are two completely different things. It also helps if I don't get stuck in these damn bushes. Oh, Remington just got... God! Oh, no, 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 no. Fuck you, game. That is BS. That was BS. That only happened because I got stuck on all those shitty bushes that you had there. That are, again, they're bushes. They're not solid objects. But the game is for some reason treating them as solid objects, which is making it to where I can't go anywhere. Ah! I'm thinking I'm going to end up ending this series in the relatively near future. It's just getting on my nerves a little too much at this point. So, this may be nearing the final episode, for lack of a better way to describe it, for this series. What will be replacing it if I do end up ending it? I've got absolutely no idea. I haven't thought about it in the slightest. I was hoping I wouldn't decide to cancel a series like this anytime soon. Is that a... Get off the damn horse. Oh my god. Really? That missed? Okay, seriously? What the hell hit me? The guy was dead, okay? He was being hit. There's no way he was able to shoot because of the way the game works. If you get hit, you cannot fire for a little bit. You basically get stunned, for lack of a better way to describe it. But for some reason or another, the game decided, no. Now, he wasn't actually stunned, because I don't recall seeing any other infantry in the area at that point. Surprised that hit. Considering how inaccurate we are, even when we have a much smaller crosshair. No, I'm not hiring those guys. Why would I? Your Plains Indians are just gonna piss off all the people in my party if I hire them. So I might as well not hire them. Okay, now we are down, of course, some men. So let's go ahead to Kansas City, where we'll hopefully be able to get some men back. Certainly won't be enough to completely fill our thing. There's no point for me to meet up with you, Colonel Edwards R.S. Canby. You're not going to be going and attacking anyone anyway. So I'd rather not. I'd rather at least do something to hopefully get my troops some experience. So I'll be ending this part in a little bit. Like I said, we might be nearing the end of this series because it is starting to get on my nerves to a degree. And I could be wrong, but I don't believe the mod's actually getting any new updates outside of maybe keeping it up to date with the game, which the game itself hasn't gotten any updates in a while as well, if I recall correctly. So yeah. So yeah, like I said, we might be nearing the end of this series because it is starting to get on my nerves a little. And it's not like anything's really changing when it comes to borders and the like. Let's improve our persuasion skill. We can recruit one more person. Let's go ahead. You're not going to give me one more person now. Let's go to Jefferson City then. Hopefully they don't have bandits, because if they do, I'm saying screw that. I'm not going there. I'm not going to fight bandits to defend one of these villages that stands right now. Oh, and of course Jefferson City has bandits, because I said that. More than likely is the reason. And of course Rolla also has bandits. Let's go to St. Louis. Maybe there's a ransom broker there so we can get rid of our prisoners real quick. Tavern. Random Chinese named dude. Or at least sounds Chinese. I get the feeling he's probably a companion. Guess I can talk to him, hire him. Probably be crap, considering he uses a frickin' cane. Yep, he's one of the 15 friends of Gabriel Duro. Perhaps you can join me. Martial arts, prefer to fight with your hands. I assume that will not be a problem. Shouldn't it be? I'll have a talk with them. Or you assume wrong, sir. In my company, we respect courage and skill rather than noble birth. Oh, okay. I mean, he never mentioned anything about noble birth. I consider he would actually kind of prefer that option, but apparently I was wrong. That option made him say, no, never mind. I don't want to work for you. I mean, I figured saying that, oh yeah, we respect courage and whatnot. Considering he prefers to fight with his hands, I figured, oh, you know, that doesn't sound like a bad option. Oh, and we still have gloves outlawed? Yep, we still have gloves outlawed. Don't worry, people. Someday we'll not outlaw gloves anymore, and you'll be able to actually buy them in stores. But in the meantime, they're still outlawed. You are actually infantry. You are one of the only companions I have that is going to actually be infantry, because you prefer to fight with your hands. AKA, I'm not going to be giving you a gun, because you'd be pretty crappy with it anyway. So, might as well save myself the time and not bother giving it to you. Because it costs me money. Even if I get it off of a dead body, it still costs me money. Because I won't be able to sell it. Which means I make less money from the battle. So let's go to Louisville. Maybe they'll have a ransom broker, and we'll go and talk to What's-Her-Face this week. And then we'll end this part. This won't be the last part, at least not for right now. I'll make sure to give you guys warning well before we end up hitting any of the last parts for the series. And even then, I don't know if the last part will be like actual last part, or if it'll just be a I'm gonna go and do stuff off screen, and once we've gotten something interesting going on again, I'll record content again. I'm not sure exactly how I'll handle it. So there she is, happy, yada yada yada. Whoops, did not mean to do that. You still say, yep, you still say, oh no, I don't think we're far enough along to be able to do any of that stuff. Can you teach me any poems? Oh, you already taught me yours. Well, I'm not surprised. And I keep accidentally hitting the fire button, or the attack button, because I just keep clicking through the menus. Let's see, we were traveling at 6.4 previously during the day, and now we travel at 6.1. That is partly because of the slaves, or excuse me, not the slaves, the prisoners. They're not quite slaves, at least not yet. They might become slaves later, though. Yeah, we didn't report to the damn marshal. The marshal who wasn't going to do anything anyway. Really doesn't matter. Yeah, you know what? We're not going to go and try and sell the prisoners just yet, because I'll have to run to every single town to try and find one willing to buy the prisoners. Okay, so that's going to be it for this episode. Like I said, the series might be ending in the relative near future because the game is starting to get on my nerves. And when I say end, again, I'm not sure if it's going to be like actual end, as in the series is like completely done and won't be getting any parts in the future, or if I'll go the route of it being it's on hold until something interesting finally happens again in the game. Which, even if I go that route, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get parts again in the future. I just want to make sure that that's noted for you guys, is just because I go that route doesn't mean you're going to get parts again if something interesting happens, because I just may not play the game when I sort of decide to go that route, if I do decide to go that route. So, yes. So I'll see you guys in the next part, because there is still going to be at least one more part. But who knows? That could end up being the last part. It could end up not being. But until the next video, it is a watch my channel, and goodbye, and farewell.